Hey folks, what's going on? Today I have to clean both of my roasters. I'm going to start with the BEHMOR because I've done that one before several times. The Genie Cafe's new, haven't cleaned that yet. Things to remember before you start cleaning. Always unplug your roaster, just in case you accidentally hit a button while you're doing something, and that could be bad, so we don't want to do that. I keep mine in excellent shape every time I'm done roasting. I clean out the chaff collector, vacuum it out. When you buy your BEHMOR, it comes in an excruciatingly cheap little paintbrush. After it's cooled down, knock off any chaff that's stuck to things. I also use a toothbrush. They recommend using Simple Green, which I have a ton of and works great. I use toothbrush to get in some little corners. Something else I use, and you can't see this here, but I have an air compressor after I roast to help. After I use a vacuum cleaner first, I got my shop vac, I vacuum out any chaff or whatever's left in there, and then I may use the air compressor, at a distance. You don't want to destroy your machine, just to blow out any little extra stuff in there. Especially if you've been doing dark roasts or anything like that, the chaff can build up. The oils will build up. They recommend you clean after every 5 roasts or more often if you're doing dark roast. So even if I do some dark roast, I'll usually clean my chaff collecting tray, so I'll take it inside, squirt it down with Simple Green, especially along this edge. You can feel the buildup of oils and material there. And I'll get a non-abrasive scrubber of some sort and try to scrub most of that off. That'll really help prevent chaff and other things from sticking in future roasts. So I'm going to take this inside in just a minute, spray it off, let it soak, and then do that scrubbing. It's in pretty good shape. I tend to do that every couple of roasts for this one to make sure I've had some chaff start glowing like embers, and that has frightened me, so I definitely don't want a fire. So keeping your BEHMOR clean will extend its life and prevent fires. I'm going to pull the drum out. I don't ever spray anything on the drum or do anything with that. After I'm done with the physical cleaning here, you run what's called a dry burn. So you'll put everything in, close it up, and turn on for, hit 1/4 pound, start, runs for 8.5 minutes with nothing in it, and just burns off any excess oils. You can't really see it, very clean rag. I just spray it with Simple Green. I don't recommend spraying in there. You don't want to get anything on the heating elements, that would be bad. And I'll show you, you can see, it may not be visible to the eye initially, but when you start cleaning, you see the metal shine up really nicely, and then you can see the oils start coming off. Look at that. So like I said, it doesn't even look that clean or dirty at first glance. And then here we are. Maybe flip it over. I like to see what I'm getting off of each section, so I usually flip the rag. To get back there, I'll show you where a lot of the chaff and oils build up. I learned this process of cleaning as I went, and I would have done a better job at the get-go, so I've got a little bit of buildup back in the back that doesn't seem to want to go away, and I can't get past the little guard without disassembling the machine, and I'm not to that point yet. Okay, definitely got some goo on the sides there. Flip my rag again, a little more. And I have found with everything, if you take good care of your materials and machines, they will last longer. I learned that as a kid from my dad. And then I've really found out with motorcycles. Every time I sell a used motorcycle, anyone that purchases a bike from me is very impressed with how clean the bike is, and it's in excellent shape. I take them to get regular service. If you just care for your materials and products, they will last much longer than you expect. All right, I'm gonna grab my flashlight. Love this little guy. All right, bring the camera in. All right, if you can see in the back there along some glare, in the back corners, we've got some buildup. So I'm gonna spray some Simple Green on a toothbrush, and then scrub there a little bit. So toothbrush on the rag. Simple Green, and then I stick it in the back. Again, I'm not getting anything on the heating elements. That would be bad. So, just enough to get in the corners. The other thing is, it doesn't have to be perfect. You want it to be clean and you want to take care of it. But if it's not back to 100% shiny, that's okay. It is a cooking device once begun. And once you start to use it, it's going to be rare that it gets back to brand new. So now I'm just going to put the drum back in. To note, and you'll see this in every video, it's got a little square peg that goes in the right side. That's where the actual motor is that spins it. And this just has a little peg with a notch that sets in a prong on the left side. So slide in the little square peg first, make sure your drum sets nicely. All right, now plug it in. Duh. That being that guy. 1/4 pound, 8 minutes and 30 seconds pops up on the screen. Start, dry burn begins. Be good to go when we're done. I'll take this chaff collector tray inside, soak it down with simple green, let it scrub, or I'll scrub it after it soaks. And then when I get back, you still have to wait about an hour after you do the dry burn to let the heating elements in the BEHMOR cool down before you use it again. That's another thing. I would love to be able to roast back to back in this machine, but because I want to extend its life, I'm going to follow the directions and do it that way. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. If it wasn't, hey man, I do what I can. Talk to you later. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.